The MAGA base has got to be the most forgetful, naive and insane group of people I've ever seen, because they literally support Democrat policies just because Trump said so. And it seems to me that this has been the whole plan from the beginning, since the war in Iran would have happened anyway. If Kamala were president, then at least almost nobody would support it. But now that Trump is president, he has this huge support from the far-right white working class. But what are actually the interests of this demographic, and how did Trump de-radicalize them? When Trump came onto the scene, he was an anti-establishment radical. He didn't have the support from big corporations, super PACs or rich people. He had the support from the white working class. Because as an outsider, he did what nobody else would dare to do: attack the system. He attacked everyone in the Republican primary. Then later on, he did the same with Hillary Clinton, saying she was owned by her donors and special interests.
Let me talk quiet.
How tough
a lot of times, that's all of his donors and special interests out there. So, it's what it is.
What made Trump special is that he was a radical outside of the two-party system. He said it himself, that if he'd lose the primary, he would run as an independent and spoil the vote. I went more into detail on Trump in the last video, so check that one out. But this independence and radicalism used to be the whole point of MAGA. He was supposed to build the wall, pass an infrastructure bill, bring back jobs to Americans, drain the swamp, have an America First foreign policy, and take America back from the elites. All things that would have made America great again and that most Americans agreed on, which is why he got voted in. But ever since he won in 2016, he did a slow U-turn. Everything got delayed and media attacks about kids in cages just slowed it down even more. So Trump used this as an excuse for not keeping his promises, saying that people need to vote him in again so that he can finish his job. But that wasn't really true. If he wanted to do these things, then he would have done them, like pulling out the Iranian nuclear deal or killing Qasem Soleimani. This should have been the point where people back then noticed, or should have noticed, that Trump is controlled, because it just got worse and worse. It got so bad that by 2024, Trump became the establishment Republican he once fought against. He supports massive legal migration, gay marriage, transgender surgeries with parental consent, and no restrictions on abortion. Is this really what you conservatives and Christians voted for? If Kamala had won, she would have done the same, but quicker, more radical and with less support. The difference is that white people would have actually stood up and fought for themselves if she was president. Now the far right is de-radicalized because your leader said so. If Americans don't get it together until 2028, it is over, and Trump is the reason. He could have saved America in 2016. How are you going to do it now with tens of millions of illegal immigrants and a heavily polarized society? How are you going to deport 100 million people with more than half the country against you? It is just not feasible anymore. Another reason why Trump is losing supporters is because his base is mainly Christian. How can any Christian support this president when he threatens the Pope? Now, if you're a WASP and don't like Catholics, then this picture of Trump depicting himself as Jesus and threatening genocide on Easter Sunday should have been enough for you. Trump is the closest thing we have to an antichrist today, and every Christian should be aware of this and stop supporting him. What more can I say? I get supporting him during the election due to the fact how the American political system works, but this should be over by now. Trump hasn't done anything for you. Israel is bigger and stronger since 2016. Big corporations have lower taxes since 2016. But America has become browner since 2016, and the average American is worse off than he was 10 years ago. This will be my last video on Trump, assuming nothing changes. I know it has brought me a lot of views for my standards, but this is Europa First and Slovakia First, not America First. If you want to watch America First, go watch Nick Fuentes. I'm Slovak Royper, and I'll see you next week.